Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I said hey.
Hey.
Welcome back to my channel.
Hey, girl.
Hey y'all, I'm Jazmyn W. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I was looking at my child trying to make sure that they're not gonna wake up because they wake up every time I sing that song and be like, and I don't have time for that, okay?
Get it.
I'm like, I know it's catchy, but baby, oh Lord. Anyway, welcome back to Married at First Sight. We are back on track with Married at First Sight, but behind on Ready to Love, and I'm gonna catch up. Trust me, the videos are
Recorded.
but it takes a lot to do my YouTube channel because I have to do voiceover. You know what I mean? Anyway, there's hella steps to it. Welcome back to my Married at First Sight review. Yesterday's episode, it's Thursday, comes on Wednesday. It was hella boring.
Very boring.
So boring. I'm like, I see why y'all cut the show down to an hour and a half, honey.
30 minutes.
But let's start off with our Black business appreciation like we do on every video on my channel, okay? My friend, which I've talked about it before, Bobby Mache, my friend Brittany. Anyway, my friend Brittany has a company called Bobby Mache where she has different fragrance oils and she's also adding products to her line because now we have hydrating and moisturizing hyaluronic acid sheet masks. Aren't these, look at the packaging, so pretty. I am missing a nail, mind your business.
Please mind your business.
I wear her, she has a body oil that has shimmer in it, and every time I go on vacation, I am wearing her body shimmer. But this is a body oil, fragrance oil. Y'all, I love body oils, like straight out of the shower. This one is so beautiful, it smells really nice. Nice and just a light, just beautiful scent. Somewhere that, I'm not that good at scents, by the way, but somewhere between like honey and like floral. I don't know. It's not real floral because I don't really love floral. It's something a little bit sweet about it. So that's why I say honey. So shout out to her for her products. And she also gifted me some of her fragrance oils and stuff like that. She has some new scents. I'm gonna list my favorite scents down at the bottom from her. All of them are really good, to be honest, but I'm gonna list my top two in the description in case you want to support a Black business. I like to keep the fragrance oils in my car because, you know, if I'm ever out somewhere, you never know why you need to just roll in a little bit of smell good, honey, like Black people call it. But anyway, shout out to Bobby Mache.
Check out our website.
Y'all know on my channel, we always start with the most boring couple, honey. And everybody was so boring this week. I don't even know who to start with. But I'm gonna start off with the people who I don't even really think I can make funny. So let's start off with Joanne and Chip, which is Gina and Clint. Joanna and Gina, Clint, Chip. It just works every week, y'all.
Every week.
Anyway, so I wrote down Gina's not opening up to Chip. He met with his friend who I was like, is this his daddy? But anyway, he met with his friend to talk about Gina and how she wasn't opening up to him.
Zaddy.
He's asking her questions and she's not talking back. I wrote down on the past two episodes, Gina isn't even saying anything on camera. So I don't really think that Chip is lying. She's just been like,
crickets.
Going with the flow, honey. She said, actually, none of this is my business, so let me just sit back and chill, right? And wait for decision day to come because I don't believe she's going to say yes on decision day. I just don't.
Let me know if you think she will.
Chip said he loved her dog. I wrote down, the men like the dogs more than they like the women.
Okay, be with a dog then.
I know they say a dog is a man's best friend, baby, but y'all just take your dogs and just go out into the wild at this point. Because if you like your dog more than you like your girlfriend, or you like your girlfriend because you like her dog, it's time to just go ahead and break up. Because this is ridiculous. Anyway, he said that he wants to get vulnerable with Gina, or she said he wants to get vulnerable with her, first of all. And she's always talking about how she wants to get vulnerable, but she never opens up when he talks to her. Clint said that his last relationship, all the couples sat down with Dr. Pepper. He said on his last relationship, he realized that he got tricked and he was with a girl who was fake for 3 years.
Boy, bye.
She was fake for 3 years?
No, you was blind for 3 years.
And then her real personality came? Or did you just not notice that she was... Like, I could see being fake for a year, fake for maybe a year and a half. 3? She was being fake? How? Anyway, Gina and Clint sat down after their talk with Dr. Pepper, and he was like, I don't understand why you don't ask me about my past. And she was like, I don't understand why you don't ask me about my past. And he was like, well, you need to ask me. And she was like, well, you need to ask me. Well, how about don't nobody ask nobody nothing?
Yeah, get the hell out. And just
break up and get a divorce. Because y'all getting on my nerves.
Yeah, somebody asked me what I think at this point. Hell.
Anyway, Gina said her dad wasn't around. And she said, if my dad didn't make an effort to get to know me or want to be with me, that created a complex for her with men. It's like, why would this man, who's not even my damn daddy, want to put in the work and treat me well? I said, ooh, baby, that's deep right there, to be honest. I'm very fortunate that I have a dad who's always, wanted to be a part of my life and support me in all of the ways that he could. I grew up with a 2-parent household, so I cannot imagine the mental gymnastics that you have to do as a kid to think about why your daddy is not around for you. It's heartbreaking, to be honest. And I understand the complex that she would have. It's like, if my dad didn't care enough about me, why would any man who, he's supposed to care about you unconditionally, so why would any man care about me? I understand that for sure. She basically said, NBA, honey, never broke again. And I said, okay, Clint said he insecure about family because he's 40 years old and he doesn't have a family yet. And he wants to have kids and stuff like that. Clint, if you could have, you was messing around for the last 10 years with whoever you wanted to mess around with. You said you got bamboozled for 3 years. I don't believe you. You could have had a family, and you still can have a family. You 40 years old and you a man. Men be having kids up until they're 80 years old, child. So it's okay.
89, hell.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, I'm tired. Do I need to stop this video and give me a little sip of coffee?
Something, hell.
Anyway, let's move on to the next couple, honey. Let's move on to Dan and Nicole. Why did my mama call Chris Dan yesterday watching the show? I was like, his name's not Dan. I just said it was Dan to be funny. She was like, oh yeah. Yeah, I be really tricking y'all. We started off with Dan and Nicole and her daddy going to the goat yoga. Didn't I tell y'all that Nicole daddy was trifling?
Dookie.
Let's get into what he said. He said when Nicole was younger, they had a, rift in their relationship because she didn't want to spend time with him. After splitting with her mom, she didn't want to come to his house because she had to, sleep on the couch and she had to drive over there. First of all, if your daughter is coming to visit you for the weekend, for the week, why is she sleeping on the couch?
That's the first thing I want to know.
You take your selfish ass and go sleep on the couch and let your daughter sleep in your bed.
Period.
If your daughter doesn't live with you and she's coming to see you every other weekend and coming to spend time with you, she shouldn't have to sleep on the couch. Has that ever clicked with you, Steven? That your daughter, maybe you should give up your bed for your daughter?
Like a gentleman?
Child, to me, Nicole and her dad give me vibes as if she's still trying to win his love. She's still trying to win his affection. She's still trying to get him to put her first because she's looking for approval from him in this marriage. But the reality is, baby,
he's selfish.
Your daddy is dookie. I'm sorry.
Basura.
I wrote down, her dad said that he's just starting to get over the relationship that they had. And I'm like, why are you mad at your child? Obviously, you weren't taking care of your responsibilities at the level in which you should have been. And you're mad at your child because she has some resentment towards you because you didn't do what you needed to do.
Ooh, amen. Where's the tithe in bucket?
Oh, my goodness. Anyway, He said her husband and my son-in-law. And at this point, Nicole Daddy, you a father.
Okay. Amen.
I'm sorry, y'all. This man really needs to go to therapy. He needs some help.
Like this video, y'all.
Anyway, he said now after we done goat yoga together, you can call me dad.
And there you go yawning again. We saw that.
You earned my respect because we did yoga together. Has your daughter earned your respect though?
Oh wait, what kind of noise do a goat make?
That's T.
Bah.
Anyway, Nicole said her last boyfriend, her last relationship, her last boyfriend, her past relationships, her past boyfriends, her past relationships. She said she realizes now that her past relationships affected her more than she thought that they did. I said, damn, this man made her feel terrible about herself. Baby, why do they not offer therapy for these people before they come on the show? You were in an abusive relationship, Nicole. You need to talk to somebody about this. And not your mama.
Yeah.
She said she's had 15 years of liking and being in relationships with men who disrespected her for 15 years. And now she on Married at First Sight. Now she has Chris to cling on to.
Yep. No healing. Just Chris.
Um.
Just Dan.
Anyway, Chris said that he's insecure about relationships in general. He doesn't know if he's lovable or if he's worthy. And Nicole uses that to her advantage. She said, other girls aren't worthy of your love, but I am.
Girl, bye.
I don't even know what to say about that, to be honest. Imagine your partner telling you, I don't know if I'm worthy of love. I don't know if I'm worth it. I don't know if I'm a valuable person. And you saying, you're valuable for me.
For me only. Thank you for being so valuable for me.
What? You should be telling the person you're worthy of love. It's not just I love you, but you are worthy of love whether we work out in this relationship or not. You deserve love. You deserve happiness. Whether I'm a part of the equation or not. You talking about I will give you the love that you need and you will give me the love that you are worthy of. What? What are you talking about, Nicole?
She don't know.
Oh my goodness. And in the future episode, Nicole says she's afraid that their little bubble that they have is gonna burst. Nicole, you're just the only one in the bubble. I think that Chris is actually sort of being a little bit trying to be level-headed, trying not to fall in love too quickly with his wife. But yeah, it's your bubble that's gonna burst because you've created this bubble. I don't think Dan is in a bubble. Anyway, honey, let's move on to Eris and Jasmine.
Oh, Lord. Let's move on.
Eris said one thing that I agree with this entire season.
What?
He said that women solve the world's problems. And if it was left up to men, then the world would be in shambles. And let me tell you something. It was left up to men and the world is in shambles. But I'm glad you know that.
Message.
I'm glad you know. I'm glad you know that.
I'm glad you know. I'm glad you know.
Yeah.
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 Everything else he says is pretty misogynistic, but that one was okay. Anyway. I wrote down, if he sits down and tells Dr. Pepper he's not attracted to his wife one more time, I'm going to scream. Luckily, he didn't say it or they didn't show it. Even though they didn't show that, Jazmyn seemed pretty upset after the meeting. So I wonder what he did say that they didn't show. Because she wasn't happy.
That's tea.
Jazmyn said that she mentors young girls on speaking up for themselves and, really having courage and stepping into their power. And she realized she's not doing that in this marriage. I say, amen. Amen. Even me, myself, and I consider myself
Go ahead, get it out, girl.
You know, just a really outspoken person. I have a lot of opinions, and I think that there are some people in this world, it may not be nobody watching this, but there are some people in this world, if you follow me on Instagram and other social media platforms, that really look up to me, um, and you know, I guess look towards me for like authenticity and my authentic voice and everything like that. And I'm really proud of myself as well for stepping into my power. And sometimes it can be easy for you to step into your power in many areas of your life, but in your relationship or at work or in your family's dynamic, you don't do that. And I think it's important to remind ourselves to continue to, you know, be authentic in every space that we can be. You know, it's not easy. So I definitely felt Jazmyn on that. And then we got into Jazmyn and how she feels about herself. You know, she was talking about how she mentors young women, how she had a hard time growing up, and she just started to love and accept herself and get comfortable with herself. And now she's paired with a Negro who said he not attracted to her, you know, and not even give her a chance. You know, he shut down on her from the beginning. She was really open and she wanted to be in a marriage. And, you know, I felt Jazmyn. I really did. Jazmyn's beautiful inside and out. I haven't seen anything. I just haven't seen Jazmyn do or say anything that warrants Eris's feelings towards her, or, you know, maybe, you know, the fact that, you know, there's no feelings towards her at all. Honestly, she's wondering if he's even going to care about what she has to say. And I understand that, because if somebody like, you know, you just really not my type, they sort of dismiss you from the beginning. It makes you feel like, damn, why would I even open up to you? You know?
Exactly.
And Dr. Pepper said, baby, maybe it's not about you. And that's what I want. Oof. Amen. Where can I send my tithes and offering?
To Dr. Pepper.
Where can I send a little donation?
Or Pastor Pepper.
Because, baby, it's not about you. Maybe it's not about you.
Mm-hmm.
And baby, let me tell you something. It rarely ever is about you. And I'm talking about me. Anyway, Ours is talking about how he's had a lot of death, a lot of tragedy, and no therapy. I wrote down Eris has some extreme insecurity. Like, if you look at his demeanor, he's very childlike. He's like looking down, and he's like very child in the counselor's office all the time, you know? And yeah, he really needs to talk to somebody, some professional. He needs some professional help. He said that he's tried other things. He's tried to work on his mental state on his own, and it didn't work out for him. And I'm like, baby, go get help. And then Dr. Pepper said, yeah, Jazmyn, your work is cut out for you. Baby, my work ain't cut out for me.
I know the hell it
The
ain't.
work is cut out for a therapist. Don't tell me the work cut out for me, baby. My work is not cut out for me. This is not, I can't heal you. I make videos about this. I can't heal you. Go get the help that you need and you deserve from a professional, okay?
Right.
Jazmyn then talks about how she was raised in a 2-parent home, and she said, you know, she never saw her parents argue. I feel like that's a dream in our head. It's like, I never want my kids to see me argue. I never want my kids to see. Your kids don't know how to handle conflict.
That part.
Your kids don't know how to handle a disagreement. Your kids need to see you communicate with each other, because if they don't see it, boom, Jazmyn. And I also really, really wanted to say that this really, a lot of times I hear people who didn't grow up in 2-parent households say, oh, well, I didn't have a mom and a dad. I didn't see a relationship. I don't know how that relationship works. I didn't da-da-da-da. There are a lot of things that growing up in a 2-parent household taught me not to do.
Oof.
And then I had to learn as an adult. Like, one thing about my family is when we have a simple conversation, we yell. That's how I grew up. So when I got married, you know what I mean? I had to have a conversation, or really my partner, you know, had to have a conversation with me and say, you cannot yell every time we have a simple conversation. And I'm like, I'm not even mad. And it's like, well, why are you yelling? So it's just like, don't feel like you're at a disadvantage because you didn't grow up in a two-parent household. Sometimes growing up in a two-parent household teaches you things that, or doesn't teach you things in Jazmyn's case. So there's no right way or wrong way to live your life. Okay, that's all I'm saying. You could think that you're doing things perfectly, and you know, your child still have skills and development that they need to learn. And this is just a really great example of that. And I just really want to dispel the myth that just because you grew up in a two-parent household, it gives you the tools that you need to be in a marriage. Because obviously Jazmyn don't have the tools either, because she don't even want to answer the damn questions that Eris is giving her. And I understand that she probably mad or annoyed or something like that because of something he said or did, or just even at the whole process of, at the thought of the things that he said to her. You know what I mean? I can understand being mad at that, but communicate the way that you're feeling.
Yes.
That's why Jazmyn has communication issues. And Eris is, you know, the way that he grew up, he lost his father and stuff like that, is contributing to his communication issues as well. So nobody know what they doing, to be honest. That's why I say go to therapy. I wrote down, Jazmyn don't like him no more, and that's the issue. Baby, that would be the issue with me. You told me you don't like me multiple times. You telling this person and that person you don't want to be with me. You don't like me. You're not attracted to me. I'm not your type. You wish I had on Jordans. You wish I had on a jumpsuit. Baby, don't be with me then. Period. And I'm not going to put in the effort either. That's my personality. But I would tell you, listen, you've done X, Y, and Z. You said X, Y, and Z. At this point, you're going to really have to put in work, because I'm not about to work my ass off to be kissing your ass because you say you don't want to be with me.
Exactly. And she's over it too, and I'm glad.
Anyway, Jazmyn said she's worried about their marriage. The final question was like, what are your worries? Do you have anything you're worried about? And she's like, I'm worried about our marriage. And I wrote down, but why? Just saying how you feel isn't enough. You have to explain the why behind it, especially for men. You have to say, I'm worried about our marriage because X, Y, and Z. Just saying you're worried about our marriage and keeping it cute and keeping your mouth closed is not going to be enough. And if you're married to somebody who's not a good communicator, they're not going to ask you no exploratory questions. He just said, that's going to be it.
Yeah, because he don't know how to communicate either.
Anyway, Eris was lying, talking about he likes to make connections. He sat down with her mama and talk about, yeah, I like to make connections with people. No, you like to take your pee-pee and put it all around the city. You don't like to make connections with people. You like to sleep with people and ghost them. You like to sleep with people. You like to physically connect, but you're not making any emotional or spiritual or mental connections with people. Why are you lying to her mama? And why are you in child mode when talking to her mama? And Jazmyn, did you talk to your mama at all about the things he said about you? Why your mama so optimistic?
Mama delusional.
I wrote down, Eris looks like he needs therapy. He looks like he suffers from depression.
He looks like he needs therapy.
He doesn't seem happy. And I want him to be. I want him to be happy and healthy. And it's not looking good for him right now. So I suggest he get some help. Let's move on to Shaq and Kirsten, the final couple.
Ooh, let's get intimate now, honey. Let's get to the nitty gritty.
Dr. Pepper told Shaq and Kirsten not to make assumptions about their partner because they gonna be wrong every time. I thought that was funny, but it's true. You can't make assumptions about how, you know, your partner feels. You have to ask them. Get the source right from the cow's milk or the horses, whatever they say.
What?
The source from the horse, or go straight to the cow for the source, or I don't know what they say, okay? But straight from the horse's mouth. I think that's how it goes. Anyway.
Straight from the cow's milk.
Dr. Pepper said, you don't do unto others as you want them to do unto you. You do unto others as they want them to do to themselves.
What in the Bible quote is she talking about?
And I guess I kind of understood what she meant. Like, you don't know how many times when you're in a relationship with somebody and you've been with them for a long time, you don't know how many times you say, but that's you.
That's you.
But that's you. That's not me. That's you. So maybe that's what she meant. I don't know. Kirsten said she had divorced parents and she was used to handling things alone, solving all of her problems alone up here in her head, which that really makes sense for me now, the way Kirsten has behaved. I think she's been up here in her head a lot this season. And this episode, it kind of seemed like she's starting to come around and get out of her head a little bit and appreciate Shaq. And it has been a very interesting episode with them. So let's get into it, okay? And I wrote down one thing on Married at First Sight is like, I understand that talking about the things that have hurt you in your life and talking about trauma can be healing, but oh my gosh, all they talk about is trauma. Like, I don't want to sit down and talk about how I've been through the cranberry. I don't want to sit down and talk about how I've been through the ringer my whole life. All my life I had to fight.
Over and over.
Like, oh my gosh. Anyway.
Girl, what are you doing to your what?
I wrote down Kirsten is opening up to Dr. Pepper.
Is this a hair tutorial?
But she won't open up to Shaq.
Is this a hair tutorial now, or what is this?
I know my inner me is being like, why is she doing her hair right now? Because my hair was tangled right here, and I gotta fix it right now. Okay. Anyway. Kirsten said, why is she opening up to I said, why is Kirsten opening up to Dr. Pepper, but she not opening up to Shaq?
She about to open up to him.
Anyway, Shaq said that he'd be giving her forehead kisses, and the other day he didn't give her a forehead kiss, and she got mad. She said, where's her forehead kiss? Baby, don't kiss my forehead, baby. Kiss my ass.
Okay, my neck and my back.
I don't want no forehead kiss before. Anyway, let me be quiet.
Yeah, go ahead and skip over that.
Anyway, let me be quiet. Anyway, Kirsten let us know this episode that she's a successful realtor. This is the first time we've heard her talk about her job. She said she had a really good year. And Shaq started helping her with her website and her career and everything, and she loved it, honey. She said, I love a man that handle his business. And you know what, baby? A man that handle his business. First of all, a man that got business, because a lot of men don't have no business.
Period.
And I'm not talking about a business. I'm talking about business in general.
Business.
A lot of men don't have it. So a man who got business to handle, honey, we love it. We love it.
Skills. Assets.
Anyway, Jazmyn said, Shaq told Jazmyn, listen, when I get to leading, honey, don't be mad about it. When I get to lead in this household, and Kirsten was looking like, okay, well, where are we going? Baby, I've said it before on my channel. Baby, if you want to lead, that's one thing. But baby, I got to be confident in where we going.
Okay, because a lot of y'all.
Because some people say, you know what, I'm just going to take the lead. And you be like Jazmyn, you be like Kirsten on the last episode.
Did somebody just ring your doorbell or what? What's going on?
Where are we going? Oh, it don't matter. And some people say I talk about they're going to lead and you be like, no, thank you. Let me go ahead and get out. Excuse me, driver. Yeah, go ahead and pull over. I'm getting out.
God, yeah, let's stop right here, God.
Anyway, they started with the body paint.
Ooh.
And first of all, baby, when a man gonna paint your body, you gotta lay down. That's not something you do standing up.
Let him know.
Okay. How you gonna let him lead when you standing up above him and he painting your body? No, baby. If you really want to give him some power, you lay down, surrender. Let me be quiet. My baby is shaking my camera. I'm sorry. Anyway, I said Shaq is really trying it with the body paint, honey. He could have did a little bit more. He kept it cute and conservative, which, that's cool. I'm trying to figure out where the whipped cream came from.
The fridge.
What does whipped cream have to do? Baby, if you're going to bring out the whipped cream, just bring that out initially. Forget all the paint and all that. Forget all of this. Forget the activities.
Yeah.
Like, and I also don't understand having a whole strawberry in your mouth and then giving a kiss whipped cream, strawberry. Am I eating or am I kissing?
Eating.
Like, I can't do all three. I can't taste the whipped cream, eat the strawberry, and kiss you.
Right.
Like, it's a bit much. You're supposed to bite the strawberry. Listen, don't ask me. I don't know how it works, okay? Anyway.
I don't know about y'all food play.
I just wrote down, I don't want to eat and kiss because I'm a choke every time. It's not sexy when you get to choke. When you get to choking.
Well, it ain't when you looking like that, hell.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, at the end of the day, Kristen said that something, I don't know what she said, but she said licked her lips. And I said, okay, well maybe Shaquille is growing on her, honey, like a mold.
Fungus.
And it looks like he is, okay? The funniest part of this whole episode to me was my nephew was over my parents' house and he was watching the show with my parents and he had a nerve. These are his grandparents, by the way. And my parents are cool, y'all. Y'all see my parents on my channel. But my nephew had a nerve to ask my parents, have y'all ever done anything like that? Y'all ever painted, Granny, you ever let... My nephew said, Granny, have you ever let, Grandpa, rub or do body paint on you? And my mama said, no.
My family crazy, y'all.
And I told my mama, y'all empty nesters, honey. Go ahead and let my daddy break out the little paintbrush, child. Yeah. My daddy told my mama she can paint his feet and then wash his feet. I said, you know what? You a misogynist. And at the end of the day, I gotta let y'all go because that's the end of it, okay? Y'all, if y'all still here and you ain't subscribed to my channel, I guess there's no reason for you to watch block me, okay? Bye.
Block me.